what is it that you want for your children? Or, what kind of adult do you want them to grow into being? And, the common denominator there is, people, among many other things, say, I want my child to grow up to be a happy person, a happy individual. And, what does that mean? People have different ideas of what it means to be happy. So I often ask them, does it mean to give them whatever they want? Does it mean that they are academically successful? Does it mean to indulge them? Or, does it mean that they'll become producers or consumers? And so I'd like to start by asking you, maybe you need to stop and reflect for a little moment, what's your parenting mission, or what's your mission as parents? And we know that every organisation has a mission statement, and yet parenting is the most important business, and you know that, and that's why you're here this afternoon, because you want what's best for your children. And I'm going to suggest a few key words of what I think are important as being part of that parenting mission. And I think every parenting mission statement should include the words forming character, fostering virtue, and it's also about raising adults, not children. It's about looking forward by using backward mapping. And it should also contain the word heaven, because ultimately this is the reality that we're all aiming our children towards. In the end, they can have the highest degrees and have successful jobs, but does that necessarily make them happy? And we as adults know that, don't we? That, you could have a successful career, you could be earning a great deal of money and have things, but it doesn't necessarily make you a happy person. And so our goals, one of the main aim of what we're trying to achieve in our schools is to work in partnership with parents to create happy children. So it's a bit of a flipped sort of triangle in our schools. Our schools exist first and foremost for the parents, and then for the teachers and the staff, and then for the students. Because we can't expect our students to grow in virtue or, to be patient, resilient, kind, loving, if we ourselves aren't working on those very qualities ourselves. So our schools exist to help form the adults who are, those role models in those children's lives. We know that the ultimate objective of everything that we do in our schools is to form young men and women of faith and character who know the true meaning of happiness, and will be leaders not just in their families, but hopefully go out, in their professions and their communities and in society. And as I said, be the creators of change and make those positive improvements that we need in our society. And we know that you are the first educators of your children, and you delegate part of that education to professional educators, to teachers. You may not be the experts in maths or physics or history or French, or maybe some of you are, but you are the primary educators. And that term gets thrown around quite a lot. And so what does that actually mean? It means that for us to form women of character, we need the support and the encouragement of parents. And this means that you have, as I said, the responsibility to grow in the very qualities that you want your child to acquire. So our schools offer parents many opportunities to deepen their moral, spiritual and cultural formation so as to better support their children's moral, social and faith development. And how do we do this? Well, Chia mentioned one of those ways. We have what we call key parent functions. So once a term at Tangara, they're on a Friday evening, parents come to the school and we work, the Pirate Academy, we work closely with them and we look at issues that are, relevant to raising young people or children, and we invite guest speakers who come and address our parents about, particular issues. So could be on, how how to have healthy balance between, with social media and technology, building resilience in our kids, friendship, character formation, as well as other aspects of the curriculum and the academic program. All the topics that we present to parents really are helping parents in their parenting role. And we know that parenting is our most important profession. And so just like in our professions, we've got to constantly keep learning and keep up to date. And so it is with parenting. We can never stop learning. I'm amazed every day. I'm learning something new, sometimes from the youngest children at our school, 4 years of age, right up to parents whose children have graduated. And so we need to remember that as parents, we can never sit back and go, we know it all, we know what to do. We're constantly learning, and we shouldn't look back. We should be constantly looking forward. And that's why our schools are so unique, because it's so beautiful to see that as a parent, you're not alone. And I think that's so encouraging, because it can be quite frightening at times at different stages in your children's lives. You do feel alone, or you feel like you're the only family going through a particular issue, or your child's the only one struggling through an issue. But through the mentoring system, at our schools, you're constantly supported, and you have someone walking alongside with you, and another adult in your child's life whom they can trust and go to. So another ingredient for raising happy children is ensuring that there's consistency between home and school. And, that's really important. Children need consistency between their parents. We know how clever children are, where they try to play one parent off against another. They'll go to dad for one thing and mum for another. But consistency is key. It's really important to be able to give your child the best possible chance, and to help them to grow into happy individuals, that what you're teaching at home is also aligned with what's being taught at school. We know there's a lot of competition out there, and with social media, TV, gaming, there's so many things out there that we're competing against, and that are distracting our children. And so we need to be able to get in there and fill their hearts and their minds with good things, solid things. And that's where the PARED schools do that so well, because we're partnering with you, and our values align with yours. Children. So communication is key, and that's something, because of the mentoring system, you have an insight constantly into what's happening in your child's life at the school, at an academic level, but also on a personal level as well. And if there's any issue, parents know about that issue very, very quickly. So the mentor, because they work so closely with the parents, are able to contact them, send them an email, invite them to come in for a special meeting, and they can discuss how their child is progressing. And it's an opportunity for us also to hear from the parents about how their child is at home. Maybe, they're doing really well at school, but at home parents tell us, they're really disorganised, they're lazy, they don't help out at home. And then together we set goals, and we work on helping, the children grow in virtue and also in character. You're not just dropping your child off and driving off each day. It's actually a big commitment for the parents. And so, coming to the key parent functions, attending those mentor meetings, mum and dad together, not just mum, it's important both parents are there and that you're both on the same page. It's a big commitment for parents. But why would we have it any other way? These children that have been entrusted to us by God are the most precious gifts that we've been given. And we want to be able to give them the best. And the best that we can give them is our time and our love, affection, and just raising them to be balanced human beings. Ultimately, our Catholic ethos, this is really helping our children to get to heaven, and this is our ultimate goal, as I said, for our schools, and this is what brings true happiness. So at Tangara we teach a Catholic faith. We do welcome people of all faiths and we respect everyone's beliefs, but the most important thing is that we share the same values. And every student at our school attends religion classes, and this gives them a solid education in the Catholic faith, and also an emphasis on personal prayer and the sacraments. Our school, we're so blessed to have a beautiful chapel right at the entrance of our school. And I don't think that's coincidental. It's right there at the entrance. It's the heart of our school. And really it's at the essence of everything that we stand for and everything that we do. Mass is celebrated there daily in the chapel, and the Sacrament of Reconciliation is also offered to everyone there, to students, the staff, our parents as well, attend Mass. And it's so wonderful to see, that they're totally free and there's no pressure. It's up to them if they wish to go to Mass or stay in their classrooms and read. But it's beautiful, encouraging to see so many young people actually attending Mass daily. And then once a term we also have whole school masses, so we celebrate special feast days, whether it's Ash Wednesday or the Feast of the Assumption or All Souls Day. We're very blessed to have two wonderful chaplains at our school who are priests of Opus Dei, and they are there to serve our school community. And when I say our community, not just our students, but our staff as well, and we have a beautiful tradition of the May pilgrimages in the month of May, where for the younger children we have statues of Our Lady or images of Our Lady throughout the school, and they bring their rosary beads, and we encourage them to bring flowers for Our Lady as well. And they start in the chapel and they walk around the school and they pray a decade of the rosary at each shrine or image of Our Lady. Eucharistic processions in the month of June, we invite our whole school community to come. It's beautiful to see our Lord being taken to various altars throughout the school, and the girls are very reverent in prayer, singing beautiful hymns, and it's something that the whole community is involved in. We also have Stations of the Cross, during the season of Lent, Lenten reflections also for our staff. And each secondary religion class is given a monthly meditation by our chaplain. So in addition to their religion classes, we have reflection days, retreats. Our Year 12s just came back from a retreat recently, and so much more. And it's, as Eugene said, it's beautiful to witness the vocations that come from our schools. So, not just to the priesthood and religious orders, but other lay vocations as well. As I said about the Parade schools, is that as parents you have the support of other people who take parenting seriously as well, and you are very well supported.